Kia ora and welcome to the world of Tāne Mahuta! Now, Tāne Mahuta, commonly known as the god of the forest and the birds. Now, today we're going to demonstrate for you some Māori bird movements in the spirit of Tāne Mahuta. Now, our first movement we're going to demonstrate for you today is called Toroa Kauka, which looks a little like this. Hey. And coming back into our neutral space. Now, this is our level 1 criteria for you to understand the knowledge of Māori movement. No reira, we're going to be demonstrating level 1 on a basic drill from a static position, a dynamic position, and a progressive movement for Toroa Kauka level 1, cool? Which looks like this. We're going to start off in a neutral position. Our neutral position is our heels underneath our hips. We want to have a nice long spine. Our head wants to be pulled from the sky. Let's get our toes slightly on the outside of the shoulders. Hands are on the hips. For men, we embrace and cup just like so. Just fit them over the top of your hip bone. For girls, fist it over the top of the hip bone, just like so. And let's go into our first static movement of Toroa Kauka. Point, neutral position, wahanga tuatahi Toroa Kauka, level 1, tukua. Good. Now you just want to start to follow your breathing. You want to find the flow and your balance. Get right up to the top of the balls of your feet. Good, nice straight spine. And what we do is we clear and come back into neutral. The second dynamic movement is just like so. Cool. All we're going to be doing is swaying from side to side with a balanced form in your spine and your postural position. Coming back to neutral. Pai, kia rite, tukua, hey. Now for the dynamics of this particular movement, we want to make sure that our posture is intact. Keep the integrity and the form of our dynamic Toroa Kauka. All right, moving down, clear, back into neutral. Now we're going to start the main event, the progressive movement. We're going to be bouncing from side to side with the flick. And you want to have your toes on a point, your posture is still intact, and don't forget to clear at the end to come back to neutral. Progressive Māori movement, Toroa Kauka, level 1. It's all about breathing. Kia rite. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Hey. Now all you need is a small space. You're going to be jumping on the spot, but now you can start to really feel the spirit of Tāne Mahuta, the god of the forest and birds. Breathing is the key. Now in the Māori art form of haka, a lot of it comes from the breath of life, which you breathe through. And let's go for another 10 seconds. Keep maintaining the integrity of your posture and the flick of the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, clear. Come back into neutral. Now we've moved to the last part of Tāne Mahuta, level 1, Toroa Kauka. Now we're going to demonstrate the art of what we call a papa horonuku. Now a papa horonuku looks exactly like this. We want to have our heels based underneath our hips again, our hand in our neutral position. What we're going to be doing is sitting down. Kia rite tātou katoa, tukua. Now all you're doing is coming down and you're being in a stabilized position. Your knees should be following your toes. Your hips should be over the top of your heels, hamstrings resting on the calves. Now again, your postural analysis should be nice and straight, as if you've still got that string pulling you from the top. Ki runga, tukua, hey. Good. Down to our end point. So papa horonuku, we're going to do 3, just so that you can see what it looks like, and you can do it at home. Kia rite, tukua, hey. Tahi, ki runga, ua, and last one, and back. Clear, go Waati out, and back into neutral. Now here's the challenge. 30 seconds, as many papa horonuku as you can get. Now we're going to follow the beep line. You'll hear the 3 beeps, you begin. Now we have 2 dynamic papa horonukus and a scaled version. Boy, so if you're struggling to get all the way down to your knees, all you do is just come halfway. Kei te pai tērā. Once you feel confident, then you can advance. Boy, so the challenge is 30 seconds. For girls, you should be reaching in between the 30 and 40 repetition mark. For men, let's try for 50 to 60 in 30 seconds. Kaya koe te wā. So we'll count our first 30 seconds on. Kia rite. And tukua. Right, this is roughly the pace that we want to stay with. It's about endurance. So we have to make sure we maintain the integrity of the exercise and get the best out of the exercise possible. So it's all about balance and control. Breathe, so our Māori movement can be fluent. Now at some stage, it's gonna burn, and that's what it's all about. You got another 10 seconds. By now you should be feeling the burn. 3, 2, 1, and clear. Good, and coming back into neutral. So by then you should be able to see how many repetitions you can get in 30 seconds. Once you've advanced for 30 seconds, you can move on to level 2. Ko papa horonuku, Māori movement, kia ita, Tāne Mahuta, hui!